never lost a blowout. All 11 of his losses were one-possession games. 60 touchdowns in his first 30 starts. He's just the 6th quarterback to do that in the Super Bowl era. Super impressive. And his passer rating, among those that have played 30 games, the best in NFL history. Wow. So, Steve, when he's out there, he's ridiculously hard to stop.
He is a guy that you just have to keep your eyes on him. As the secretary always says, keep your eyes on your luggage. He will get elusive and he will do things that you don't expect a quarterback to do. He's a big guy who has a low center of gravity, so he keeps his low center of gravity. You saw on that Michael Vick situation where he takes the ball out of his throwing hand, puts it in the other hand to grab his other hand. And I have an XO just to kind of display his athleticism and why you can't ever just say he's done. You see this setup right here where you got 4 verticals, right? You got guys that are putting pressure on the defense, but yet a guy misses a block. What does he do? He evades the pressure, keeps his eyes down the field, right? Throws a dart. And then on this one right here where he gets caught up, gets kicked in the eye, after getting kicked in the eye, still keeps his eyes down the field.
Or eye
down the field and throws a laser. And you see his ability to keep himself composed. That's what you want out of your quarterback, is when things go haywire, he still is the calm voice of reason in the huddle, and that's what he presents. And he's a young player that hasn't even started to show how good he will be as he becomes older, like fine wine.
Definitely one of the front runners for the MVP candidate. A guy that you can.
Is he your front runner?
He's one of. Him and Russell Wilson, I would say, are neck and neck. And when you talk about Deshaun Watson as a defender, the one things you try to limit him to is the unscripted plays, right? His instincts once the play breaks down. That's why he's been so good. Forget about an offensive line. I talked to Billy O'Brien. He says, I don't want to take that away from him. We want to limit the hits. We don't want him getting hit by the defenders, but you can't take away his instincts. And I think that's what makes him so special. He gets out of the pocket. Most guys like him want to run, but he's like Russell Wilson, where he's running to throw the ball downfield. He's so accurate. He's so strong. He avoids defenders. He breaks tackles, but he's still able to make accurate throws like we saw in the breakdown with Michael Vick. And when you face a guy like that, you got to make a decision as a defender. Do you stay on your guy, or do you come off and try to stop him? If you stay on your guy, he'll run it in for a touchdown, right? If you come off and stop him, he'll hit the guy down the field for a big play for a touchdown.
The problem with him, though, is no quarterback has been hit or sacked more than him since he started in the league. And now without Tunsil today, that's really problematic.
Is he used to it, though?
You have to wonder,
his
right?
comfort zone.
He's like battle tested. Let's get to You're in Good Hands, presented by Allstate. And starting with DJ Chark, who leads the NFL, tied for the league lead in receiving touchdowns. Chark is.
Yeah, DJ Chark. That's Gardner Minshew's favorite target right there. He's the guy who's leading, like you said, in receiving touchdowns, top 10 in receiving yards. But his ability to make big plays for Minshew, get open, running good routes, they weren't used to that from the quarterback position. Now they are.
Right.
Minshew, you talk about a guy who stepped in. You heard him earlier. He had a low-sounding voice, but yet his big play spoke louder, right? He's 4-3 as a starter, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. The one thing when he first started, he has to take care of the ball, put the ball a little bit higher. Kyle Allen for the Carolina Panthers had that same issue, but that's teachable. That's what young guys do. So that in itself, if that's the only thing you have to worry about, the coaching staff, that's an easy problem to fix, and they fixed it. And and you see how good he is, and running the ball really helps this quarterback.
He doesn't look like a rookie either.
He doesn't look like a rookie. And then you got to talk about Leonard Fournette or Mike Robb calls him Uncle Leonard. Uncle Leonard. He lost 7 pounds last year, this offseason, trained in Wyoming. He's in those 7 pounds. What he really has done well is catching the ball out of the backfield. When he was coming out, him and Cook with Minnesota, Cook had the innate ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette was not really utilized in LSU like that. He has transcended his game and added that to his his ability to help the team.
28th in passing defense. The Texans definitely need Jonathan Joseph back on the field. He's been injured, missed 2 games, and they've been struggling in the secondary. And when you take away pass rushers like J.J. Watt and other guys, these guys are going to have to do a better job at covering.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big deal, Steve, for Whitney Merciless to really step up today.
Oh, Merciless is unbelievable.
Yep. So much more to come before kickoff in London, like how DeAndre Hopkins makes the spectacular look routine. He goes deep with our Steve Smith Sr. That's coming up next on NFL Game Day Kickoff.